Hey guys, John again, Custom Offsets TV on the YouTube. Got a vehicle spotlight for you today. 2012 Chevy Silverado 1500. We did a 3.5-inch rough country level lift, and then we did some race truck tires. Let's go. Rolling through the wood and it flexed out. Rims so big and the windows black. Got the knob all lit up, double chromed out stacks. Yeah, we love to get them dirty, but still they so clean. Custom Offsets, Team Sands, the team. We on top of it now. We ain't never gonna fade, so you better get ready for taking over the game. Hey guys, like I said, 2012 Chevy Silverado 1500. This one came in, I think, pretty much stock. What we did was the rough country 3.5-inch level lift. I call it a level lift because it used to just be a front leveling kit, and then they were adding blocks to the rear. Now rough country is getting all crazy, and they actually are including a replacement strut and then the spacer up on top. Come on in here, Fuller. I want to show them really cool stuff. So it's replacing this strut. You have to press it into the coil, and then you still have the spacer on top underneath the strut tower there in the strut, causing it to bring that front end up. So once you bring the front end up and go past the point where the rear is level, that's the 3.5, that's that extra inch. Then you've got two choices. You can let it squat, or you can put the larger blocks in, which now creates it a lift like they did here, and you get the replacement shocks also from rough country. This one's running the 2.0. You have the choice of the 2.0 or the 2.2. And then it's got the blocks. So now the whole thing is lifted that little bit. So it ends up being 3.5 in the front, and then, what's the math? 2.5 would be equal. You're up an extra inch, and then an inch in the rear. So you're still leveled, but you're lifted. Is that true, Banker? Extra inch in the rear? We'll discuss it later. If I lied to them, we'll follow up in the comments. So what he did for wheels, 20x10. We got the Hostiles again in the satin black, and this is the Hammer. It's a 20x10 -19 offset. Remember Hostile? I'm gonna give them credit for it. I don't know if it's true at all, but I can say what I want. It's my TV show. They, I believe, came out with the -19 first. Everybody was doing a -12 or -24. They did the -19, which is absolutely perfect on leveled trucks or the 3.5 level lift trucks, because there's almost no trimming then. So lip test, if you go between the spokes, you can see it's about 5.5 inches. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to do it up here, right, Ford? About 5.5 inches to the edge of the spoke. I'm gonna call it 4.5. which on a 10 wide is pretty good. You know, on this wheel, the Hammer, it's got these bump outs that Hostile does, so it gives it a little extra lip all the way around there. 20-inch exposed lug nuts. This would be a badass one to do spike lug nuts. If it was me, I would definitely do them on this race truck. It's got the Nitto 420S. So if you're not familiar with the Nitto 420S, you are not a street truck racer. The street truck race scene, so there's all the lifted guys with the big luggy mud tires. Well, there's a new group of guys, kids, fellas, seniors, that are getting into street trucks, and what they're doing is they're still doing the wide wheels and tires, and then they're putting a street style tire, and that's the Nitto 420S is the most popular one because it's got a really cool aggressive tread to it. And this is a 305 50/20, which is equivalent to, I believe, a 32. I wish I had my stats. I'll put those in comments too, but I think it's a 32x12 or 32.5x12. What that does is it's a little smaller than a 33 12.5 mud tire, so then you don't have to get in and do any trimming on the rear, and you just barely have to take off the bottom of that front inner liner, which, by the way, I told you so, Banker. I told him it was gonna rub a little bit on that liner, and he said it wasn't gonna, but I can see he's got it trimmed off, so I must have been right. But he didn't come and tell me. It looks like he has removed the lower valence, but I don't think it would have rubbed on that anyways. And if it did, it would just be up and off with the corner. Again, 10 wide wheel with a 12 wide tire, race truck style, without the big lugs on there from a mud tire. Nothing on the rear for trimming. Okay, let's talk about the rest of the truck, because that's what you also wanted to hear about. 20-inch tint match, tow mirrors, definitely aftermarket. The package is the LTZ. So what you're gonna see are the chrome handles. Inside, you wanted to see inside, I'll show you inside, is all leather. I notice it does not have the moonroof. I know some of them do. This one does not, but it pretty much has every other bell and whistle that you would get with that LTZ package. And then if you look at the front grille, it's gonna have a paint to match front grille also with just the chrome insert style. So that's all the LTZ with the fog lights, the bumper corners, paint to match in front bumper. This would be a great one to put 20-inch light bar in the bumper slot. If the owner of this truck is watching, you should come back for that bumper. We got a sweet little kit that slides right in there. It's awesome. And then it's also got the chrome step-ups. Is that all I know about that, Fuller?
I think that's all you know.
All right. Awesome. 2012 race truck. Hey, if you don't like it, don't comment. We only want to hear about the good stuff. There's enough mud trucks out there. We need some more race trucks. Build your race trucks. It's awesome. Subscribe. YouTube.com/custom offsets. Peace.